Alright, Paul. I'm fucking cracked right now.
What, oh, you're fucking trash right now.
I don't like the fucking negativity, bro. I don't like it. I don't appreciate it.
Can you stop, bitch?
And this monster's in the spot. Red Bull's gonna have to forgive me. Where are we going? Hey, for once, you fucking get.
Barely started.
You have a loser's mentality.
Shut up, bitch.
We get dubs over here. I think someone with a big ass head landed next to me. Is that you? Yup, they're up top. Up top, daddy.
Fuck,
Stupid
man.
ass.
Right there behind you, behind you. There's a guy coming up top.
Shut up, Paul.
Take
Oh!
Damn! You never save no fucking buddy. Fucking trash.
Hey, I got those two guys, didn't I?
Fucking call outs. All the fucking call
Hey,
outs.
hold on, Paul. Wait, before
Everybody for you.
wait, hold on. Before we start off on a bad note today, let me just say, you did have good call-outs. I'm sorry, Paul. Fuck. What do you want me to do, bro? I was trying to. I literally, like, in the amount of time I wasted, no time in that fucking exchange.
Nah, you wasted time, though.
How did I waste time?
I was getting DP'd up the ass, and you were nowhere to be found.
I was on the other side. I didn't know.
DP'd.
I didn't know I had a fucking. YouTube. We gotta talk. What's good, YouTube? Welcome back. Welcome back to another John Doe video. As always, I appreciate you guys tuning into the channel. Today, we got quite a bit of topic on our hands. As many of you may know, a couple weeks ago, we got a brand new update, which kind of put some things in the twist as far as some of these weapons. There was a secret glitch that went out. I guess you could call it an Easter egg unlock. The brand new Street Sweeper. Now, it wasn't the official release. It wasn't Treyarch's intention. But one was able to unlock the new Street Sweeper in the Warzone playlist. Now, the twist was that it had the same unlock requirements as it does now on the official release, where you had to get 3 kills in a row without dying in 15 different matches. Now, it was kind of a beat because it was pretty difficult to accomplish in a Warzone setting. Obviously, in Warzone, you only get 1 life and a revive if your friends get you back. But it's kind of difficult to pull that off on a large scale map with armor and using a shotgun. People were jumping into plunger matches using a shotgun, and it had to be a Cold War weapon, a Cold War shotgun. Only problem was that it wasn't supposed to be out. Now, after the 7th, after its official release, we finally got it unlocked. And boy, did it take me some time. I think I unlocked it within like 8 hours. And I gotta say, it brings back a lot of memories. Now, it does play different from the previous Call of Duty titles. If anyone played, obviously, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, back then called the Striker. It was kind of like that running gun shotty that you can, dump a bunch of ammo on somebody and kind of maneuver the map. It still kind of has that vibe, but with a certain amount of drawback due to its really slow reload time. In this video, I wanted to go over some of the statistics, some of the attachments, what I think about the weapon, my first impressions, and kind of just my whole take on this thing because, I don't know, could it be a new meta weapon? Could it not? There's a lot of competition right now with the DMR and the Mac, so it's kind of up in the air. But once those weapons get nerfed and, the Cold War weapons kind of get balanced out, we'll see where it goes. But anyways, let's kind of jump into the Street Sweepers. The requirements are using shotguns or Cold War shotgun. Get it 3 kills without dying in 15 different matches. Now, it seems like a simple task, but it's a little bit harder than you think. Playing in a close quarter combat, it's a little difficult, especially when you're trying to go on streaks and stuff like that. So you kind of have to keep confined to smaller places. And obviously, Nuketown's going to be the place to go. And my best bet was the Gallo SA-12. I actually went ahead and pre-purchased the Street Sweeper blueprint, which is called the Surge Protector, which already has some, attachments unlocked beforehand, which made it a little bit easier for me. And I kind of got a little bit of experience with the weapon. Jumping into some of the optics, there weren't a whole lot of optics, and I kind of wanted to take a little bit of time just to go over the attachments. The optics here, we have the Millstop Reflex, Quick Dot LED, and Micro Flex LED. Now, obviously, shotguns like these, they're more for running gun, hip fire, power moves. They're not really an ADS, although you can kind of cater to it. There's some people that like to ADS anytime they engage in fights. Personally, I just didn't swing that way, but that's there if you wanted to. Moving into the muzzles here, we have the duckbill choke, which gives you a 50% wider pellet spread. The flash cone 12 gauge, which gives you a 90% increase on the muzzle flash concealment. And sound suppression, which gives you 100% flash concealment. The infantry V choke, which gives you 70% ADS speed. SOCOM blast with a 50% muzzle flash concealment. And last but not least, the agency choke, which gives you 100% muzzle flash concealment, 10% hipfire accuracy, and 40% ADS spread. Now, one thing I did want to point out with these attachments, that some of these kind of did change as far as the pros and cons. Switching over to the Warzone aspect of it, like the agency choke, I noticed that in Warzone they did give you a different effect on the weapon. I think it increased the damage range or the range. So it's kind of strange. I don't know if that's going to be patched later on somewhere down the line, but it does make a difference, especially when you're trying to have a build exactly the same from Warzone as you do in Cold War. So that's something I wanted to point out, just something to take into consideration. Moving on to the barrels, we have the 13.7 extended, which gives you 12% effective damage range. The 14.6 cavalry lancer, which gives you 250% vehicle damage, which I didn't find too useful unless you're going out and looking for, vehicles to destroy. We have the 13 reinforced heavy, which gives you 12% effective damage range and 9% fire rate increase. One I personally was using, just because I like that extra pack-a-punch, kind of pocket rocket effect, is the 30% increase of effective damage range with the 14.6 Ranger. This one was really good. I did kind of feel a physical difference with the weapon, the way it handles, the way it hits. So that's something to take into consideration when you're going into your builds. The last two, we have the 13.3 Hammer Forged, which gives you a 9% fire rate increase, which can be pretty useful as well. And last but not least, the 72% damage increase with the Task Force. Either one of these, the 14.6 or the 14.4, are going to be very, very useful when considering your builds. Moving on to the body, we have Steady Aim Laser with a 20% hipfire increase, Mounted Flashlight with a 20% revealed distance increase, SOF Target Designator with a 60% revealed distance, SWAT 5mW laser sight with a 35% hipfire accuracy increase, Tiger Team Spotlight 40% revealed distance increase, and the Ember Sighting Point with 30 and 30 revealed distance and hipfire accuracy. Magazine, very simple. We have your 15 round drum and your 18 round, aside from the stock 12 rounds that you get in the Street Sweeper as is. The speed tape, we do have the aim down sight 10% increase, drop shot wrap with a 50% flinch resistance. And I'm not sure why this bottom section of it shows a pro for the aim while going prone, but I'm not sure why it's not showing the percentage on that. The field tape with a 90% flinch resistance increase. The SASR jungle grip with a 15 aim down sight time and 80% flinch resistance. Also the serpent wrap with the aim down sight increase with 25% and the aim down sight time, flinch resistance, and aim while going prone for the airborne elastic wrap. Something that I really enjoyed about Cold War is that they make you grind for all those attachments to get that final attachment in its category, which usually has the more pros and increased percentage for the effectiveness or whatever pro it has. It's something I really enjoyed and kind of a good twist. Now, last but not least, we have the stock. And I kind of just quickly skim over these. We have the tactical stock with the aim down walking movement speed, the wire stock with a sprint to fire time, the duster stock with a slide speed increase, no stock for sprint to fire time, which is pretty useful for something like this, especially if you're run and gun, the SAS combat stock with a 5% shooting moving speed and 20% aim walking movement speed, and last but not least, the marathon stock with a sprinting moving speed, shooting moving speed, sprint to fire time, and aim walking movement speed increase. So that's it for the attachments. My personal build, I went with the agency choke, the 14.4 task force barrel, the ember sighting point body, the 18 round drum mag, and the marathon stock. That was kind of the take on it, the build I wanted to go for. Kind of a more damage and range effective shoddy. I kind of wanted to have something more of a side weapon, not really focusing on a primary type of gameplay, but still a very, very useful pocket rocket. Now, what do I think about it as far as the Warzone aspect? I feel like sometimes it plays a little bit of difference. Now, obviously, we got the new Trios Resurgence gameplay or game mode that, you know, everyone's kind of enjoying at the moment, where you have that fast-paced, close quarters, action-packed, you know, die and respawn type of gameplay, which really fits and caters to this shotgun, because I played with it a little bit in the regular Warzone modes or in Verdansk, and I found it really difficult to kind of maneuver around and find or pick my spots for fighting people, especially at longer distances where it's hard to really do damage with this weapon, you know, at those longer distance battles, especially when you have quads or trios. You can get into some trouble. Now, the biggest drawback that this weapon has, I would say, is definitely the reload time. The reload time is something that kind of makes you second guess using this weapon. Now, if it were the case with like the Modern Warfare 2 title and the Modern Warfare 3 version of the gun, it would be a different story, because you can slap on sleight of hand and you load those things, you know, load that bad boy really quickly. With this one, it's not the case.
Damn, that thing's fucking slow to reload. Is that with sleight of hand?
So you kind of have to pick your battles. You have to be very conservative with your ammunition. You only get, like I said, if you do the 18 round, you only get 18. And to knock someone down at really close range, you won't use a whole lot of ammo. But once you start getting into those, you know, mid-range battles, you might need some more ammunition. So saving your ammo is going to be crucial. Picking your fights, knowing when to use it. But those are definitely factors that kind of make you second guess. Do I really want to pick this over an MP5? Do I really want to pick this over the Uzi, which is a very big competitor? So something to take into consideration. But if you really want to challenge yourself, I say this is the perfect gun to use. It's very powerful up close and personal, and I think it makes for a lot of really good gameplay. In Warzone with full armor, I've even got some 2-pops at close range, even a 1-shotter with some stripped armor. But like I said, you kind of have to pick your battles with it. It's not something you can run around, you know, the map with. Definitely a situational type of weapon, but nonetheless, still a banger. Like I said, after this nerf coming up for the DMR and the MAC, we'll kind of wait to see where it balances out. I feel like a lot of these weapons weren't play tested when they were thrown into the game. Felt a little bit rushed, and I hope that that's something to take into consideration with this next update. But we'll have to wait and see. I mean, there's still a lot of time left. We do have a new update coming with the new Fireteam map. There's a bunch of leaks and rumors about there being a new Warzone map coming March, which is the 1-year anniversary of Warzone. Something that I heard that I didn't really want to hear. Supposedly there might be possibility Warzone running Cold War engines. Now, if that's the case, it might completely change the way that the game plays. Game files being found of there being swimming mechanics, which there are none in Verdansk. There's no possible way you can do it in Modern Warfare engines. Kind of makes you think, are they going to switch over? Is it going to be a completely different change? It's something to think about, especially when you have such a big fan base, so much followers, especially coming from the Warzone or Modern Warfare side of things. Is that transition going to be a safe jump? I'm not sure, but it will be nice to see a new map for Warzone. It's kind of something that everybody's been waiting on, and I know I'm ready myself. Kind of just wanted to do a little bit of, you know, an analysis on the weapon. Let me know what you guys think if you guys have tried it out. It's definitely a banger, man. If you guys haven't tried it, go hit that up, level it up. Let me know what you guys think. As always, I appreciate the feedback and support. If you guys liked the video, like the video. If you guys are enjoying the content so far, hit that subscribe button, man. It won't hurt. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.